Hi, this is Taylor Johnson here with Encore and I. Today I find myself with the drummer of Arizona's official Sexiest Band 2014. Yes, that's right, it is Pat from the Maine. Pat, how on earth are you?
I am doing wonderful. Just excited to be in Ireland and excited for the concert tonight.
Okay, now Pat, I've already asked you this, but you have played in Belfast before, and by sounds of it, you do like the sort of Belfast crowds. Are you excited to be playing tonight?
Yeah, man. It'll be a good time. I think every time we've been here, I've had fun. So looking forward to this concert tonight.
Okay, so your first album, it came out back in 2008, I believe. That's 6 years ago now, which is, that's quite scary to think. It was called Can't Stop, Won't Stop.
Yep.
I want to ask, how has your sound developed since then? How has it evolved and changed for the Maine?
Oh man, I think it's just kind of changed as anybody would change over, that amount of time. You go from being 18 to 24, 25, I think what you're into is completely different.
Constantly evolving.
Yeah, so I just think that's kind of been the sound, that's kind of what's changed. There hasn't been like a conscious decision to like go in a different direction or anything. It's just like over time. Naturally. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so Pat, do you want to tell me a wee bit about the band's beginnings? I mean, has it always been, from your sound, it sounds like you're five friends, it sounds like you're tight, you hear the music, it seems to flow so naturally. Has it always been sort of five friends bumming about with guitars, or has this been something that you've all taken very seriously from day one? Have you always wanted to take over the world?
I mean, that's been the goal, it did start, it's just a bunch of guys from Arizona who, we practiced for the first 3.5 years in an extra room at my mom's house, and, and then the fact that we get to come over here and play and go all around the world just is incredible, but at the end of the day, we're just the same five guys from Arizona. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, you're still very, very young in band terms. I mean, you're really young guys, and yet you have been all over the world. You've played with some incredible musicians. I mean, that must be unbelievable.
It's kind of one of those things that it's hard to like put in context when you're in it, But like, if I would have heard what we were gonna do, back before the band got going, I mean, I would have never guessed that we would have been able to do what we've done so far, and and to we have been doing it for a little bit of time, but there's that like that feeling of we have like so much more that we want to do, that it like feels like we're just got going,
Yeah, so you really feel like
which is like exciting, I think it's exciting to like feel like we have like so much more to do.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. So this is also giving you a chance to play with hundreds of bands, I'm sure. I mean, all around the world. Who's been your favorite band that you've ever been able to go on tour with or share a bill with? I know this must be hard.
That's so hard. I mean, I guess off the top of my head, we played a festival in New Jersey with the Foo Fighters. That was pretty crazy. That was cool.
Saw them live a couple of times.
Yeah, I was pretty insane. I guess off the top of my head, I would go with that. But we've played with so many great bands.
And do you have any wild tour stories that you'd be willing to share with us? Anything mad that's happened on the road, or is it what goes on tour stays on tour? Sort of thing?
Oh. It's like, honestly, it all becomes just a blur, I mean, we've had some crazy times and then some not so crazy times, I guess it's just kind of the things that you'd expect 20-something-year-old dudes to get into when you're
in a rock and roll band touring the world.
in friggin' Ireland, you know. It's like, you know, just we have fun. So
Awesome. And you're from Arizona, as we've previously mentioned, over in the US. And when I think of Arizona, I think of the Grand Canyon and probably the Arizona Cardinals football team. And that's only because my dad's been there a couple of times, you know. It's not a place you would immediately associate with music.
Not really. No.
So, what's the music scene like over there? And was it difficult for a band of your style to get noticed?
It's funny because, you know, we got going when the internet was, you know, a great, and it is right now. It's continued to be, but you know, the internet is a big like platform for bands. So we really didn't like. There wasn't too much of like a scene that like we were a part of. You know, it didn't feel like in the beginning like. You know, we probably played in other places around the States just as many times as we played in Phoenix. So like there wasn't much of like us getting going in Arizona. You know, like it is where we played our first show, but it didn't necessarily have anything to do with us being like a part of a scene or us getting like discovered.
It just happened to be
through that.
Yeah.
It kind of we just happened to be like from there, but it's a great place, and there are tons of great bands, but there isn't necessarily anymore much of like a scene.
Yeah. Okay. So I suppose, Pat, the other big exciting thing that's been happening to you recently is you've been filming a documentary, Anthem for a Dying Breed. I mean, that must have been incredible.
Put that out like a year and a half ago. Yeah.
So what was it like filming that, and where did the concept come from that? Because that was a big hit. I mean, that was a successful documentary.
Yeah. Basically, I mean, we went and made a record in secret from our record label.
Right.
And that's kind of what the documentary is about. And we didn't like know we were making a documentary when we were doing it. We always get things on film, you know. So we just happened to get it on film.
And it became a documentary.
And then when everything happened the way it did, we decided that we wanted to put it all together and make it a documentary. So.
Okay, well that's so fascinating. Pat, I want to get in the wee bit about you're a drummer obviously, but the lyricism behind Maine, because that is a big part of your music, and that is why a lot of people have fallen in love with your records over time. Is there any particular lyrics that you have that you particularly associate with, or something that every time it's sang out in a Maine concert you think, yeah, you know what, that is what we're about? Is there anything that sticks out?
You know, John writes all the words to the song, so you know I'll let him, you know, talk about majority of that stuff. But on our first record, there's a line at the end. It's the very way that the album ends. It's we all have been degraded, we all will be the greatest. And he had that line before the band even got going.
No way.
He like brought that in to like our first band practice. No way. And so that kind of holds, you know, something there. You kind of just attach onto that and kind of remember like that's where we came from.
That's the origins.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so lovely. It's so nice to hear. So Pat, what is next for the Maine?
Oh man,
because you're on tour at the minute. You've got some big dates coming up. Am I right in saying you've got to still go to Brazil? Is that?
Yeah. We do a couple more weeks of this UK run. We have a new record out.
Yeah, of course.
Called Forever Halloween, and then we go to Brazil after we end this tour, and then we go on tour on the Warped Tour back in the States.
Which is a legendary tour. Unbelievable. Yeah. Oh my word.
So we're doing that, and we'll kind of figure out where it goes from there. But you know, we're going to be on the road for a bit, and then we'll eventually go make a new record. So. Oh
man, that's amazing. Well, Pat, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me.
Thank you so much.
I've got one more question.
All right.
And this is one that I have been dying to ask, literally for months and months and months now. The album before Forever Halloween was Pioneer.
Yep.
An album I absolutely loved. I thought was fantastic. But one thing that sticks out for me, the album artwork.
Yeah.
I find it both fascinating and bizarre in equal measure. Pat, can you tell us exclusively now, Encore and I, live interview, who on earth is that guy with the beard?
His name is Jason. He is a friend of the photographer who does like all of our album art, and we wanted a big guy with a beard, and our photographer was like, I know the guy.
So Jason just fitted the bill?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, thank you so
great.
much, Pat. That's an exclusive. Is that
Yeah.
exclusive? Have you ever been asked that in an interview before?
Not that I can remember.
So that's a one-off. That's a one-off. Pat, look, thank you
Awesome,
so
man.
much. It's been an
Appreciate it so
absolute
much,
pleasure,
man.
and good luck for the show tonight. We're all
Thank
really
you.
looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
Dude, I appreciate it.
This has been Taylor Johnson with Encore Night with Pat from the Maine. Thank you so much.